all you really need are 5 very familiar kitchen companions: black pepper, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, and thyme. These herbs and spices gently stimulate digestion, help clear congestion, and bring lightness back into the body during spring. Before we go further, there's something interesting Ayurveda often does when using herbs. Herbs are frequently combined with something called an anupana. It's a carrier that helps deliver their qualities more effectively into the tissues. For Kapha conditions, honey is often used as that carrier. Honey is warming and drying, which makes it especially helpful when congestions appear. A simple mixture you can keep on your kitchen counter is half a cup of raw honey, 1 tablespoon of turmeric, and 1 teaspoon freshly ground black pepper. You can also add a small amount of dried ginger, which strengthens the warming effect. However, if you tend to run more towards pitta, you might want to skip the additional dried ginger. Take about half a teaspoon of these ingredients above, all mixed together. 1 teaspoon freshly ground black pepper. Mix all the ingredients together so they combine nicely. You can also add a small amount of dried ginger, which strengthens the warming effect. However, if you tend to run more towards pitta, you might want to skip the additional dried ginger. Take half a teaspoon several times a day with the first signs of a cold. We talked earlier about the transition between winter and spring. Ayurveda sees seasonal transitions always as sensitive times, but the transition from winter to spring is particularly important. Over winter, kapha tends to accumulate in the body. And this is exactly what we notice when spring arrives. Sluggish digestion, congestion, and the sense of heaviness, because these are the natural qualities of kapha. Using herbs and spices in daily cooking already helps support this transition, but Ayurveda traditionally recommends going one step further and doing a cleanse in this transition time, which helps reset digestion and clear excess kapha that has built up over winter. You'll find a link in the show notes for the spring cleanse that I offer every early spring. So here are your takeaways from this episode. Spring often brings heaviness because kapha accumulates during winter. Simple herbs and spices can help stimulate digestion and bring lightness back into the body. And the five herbs and spices we talked about today are black pepper, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, and thyme. And I bet you already have all of them in your kitchen, right? Consistency matters more than intensity. Think rhythm, not rules. Let's bring that together. The beautiful thing about Ayurveda is that balance often begins with very simple things. Sometimes restoring energy doesn't require complicated routines. Sometimes it simply begins with opening your spice cupboard. Thank you so much for listening to Rooted in the Seasons.